Hello, I'm Scott Stevens, Goldsboro City Manager, here for our July monthly update. If you haven't been out in a while, summer is definitely here. Again, it's my favorite time of year. I enjoy being outside, not always in a tie and shirt, but I certainly enjoy the warmer weather and the activities it allows us to do. And again, would encourage you to get out and enjoy our parks, walk our downtown, play a round of golf, or do whatever you enjoy doing outside and moving. I think that's good for most of us. I do want to mention city employees. We have a great group of city employees. I can't say enough about the hard work that our employees put in, and I really do want to say thank you to all of our city employees. We had a donor who's provided money, $500 a month, that we can give to employees that are not just doing their job well, but doing something above and beyond, whether that's helping a citizen change a tire, picking up trash in an area that really wasn't their responsibility, going above and beyond an emergency call and assisting and staying with residents and doing more of the human side of some of the response effort. But at our council meeting on June 26, which you could follow back online if you want to see the awards we were giving out, we recognized about 24 employees. We gave away over $3,500 in this donated funds back to our city employees who were doing things above and beyond just doing their job well. And again, we have a great group of folks. I just want to recognize their work and their efforts and say thank you to all of our employees for what they do in serving the community on a daily basis. If you haven't paid attention, it is hurricane season, and I would just remind you, hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. It's significant for us. The storms really start July, August, September timeframe in terms of our part of the world, but the end of hurricane season is November 30th. Some basic things, if we ever have a storm coming, we'll talk more about what you should be doing as an individual to protect you and your family or your property. But the basic disaster supply list, I thought I would just review quickly, because I think this is really good for any kind of event that might happen, whether it's a large-scale hurricane, a localized tornado, or some other event that could get us. And a basic disaster supply kit consists of water, 1 gallon of water per person per day for at least 3 days, food, at least a 3-day supply of non-perishable food, battery-powered or hand-crank radio so you can keep up with what's going on around you, and extra batteries, flashlight, again with extra batteries, first aid kits, whistles to signal for help, a dust mask, moist towelettes, garbage bags, and plastic ties, a wrench or pliers or some basic tools to turn off utilities, manual can opener for your food. If you have a non-perishable in a can and your electricity doesn't work and all you have is an electric can opener, it'll be hard to get into the food. So you need to have a manual can opener, local maps, and a cell phone with chargers, an inverter, or some kind of solar charger. And again, this information is available online. They are basic disaster supply kits, and certainly in preparation for a hurricane season, all of us should have those kinds of things in and around our home so that we can sustain our families for several days following any kind of event. The Mayor and Council continue to be focused on community appearance, from high grass to litter to junk. I would ask each business and citizen to do their part to clean up in and around your property and make sure things are looking as the best they can where you are. If you need the city's help, please don't hesitate to call my office. We'll send our code enforcement staffs to address high grass, litter, or other complaints. My office number, 919-580-4330. Again, 919-580-4330. And the intent is to make it better. We, the city, are trying to do our part. We're mowing a lot of grass. We have crews picking up litter on a daily basis. But again, we still have a lot of people that throw trash from their vehicles. And it's incumbent upon us all to try to better educate our friends and neighbors and help them understand how it takes away from Goldsboro when we're tossing trash out of our vehicle onto city streets. In terms of community appearance, we have received very good recognition, positive recognition of our downtown. There's a lot of good economic activity throughout Goldsboro, but I will tell you WRL ran a segment around July 10th that focused on our downtown, and I would encourage you to go out and take a look. It is still on the WRL website, but very good coverage of activities going on in and around downtown Goldsboro, and still a lot of great activity occurring in our downtown again. So I'm excited about all of Goldsboro, but we've put enough investment in downtown. It's really encouraging to see the private investment following, and there's still more to come. So I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. If you haven't been downtown in a while, I would encourage you to make that trip, particularly while the weather's nice and you can be outside. The KC-46 discussion, it's Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. It continues to be the preferred alternative of the Air Force here in Goldsboro, North Carolina at Seymour Johnson. The final decision we hope will be made soon, but again, we feel very confident that Seymour has positioned itself so that it is the base of choice, and again, we look forward to welcoming the KC-46 and what the 9/16 means to the nation's mission in protecting our country. A lot of change of commands going on at the base at the department head level. I know we're recognizing the 9/16th, and we're thanking Colonel Jenkins for his time here, and welcoming Colonel Armstrong is the next commander or CO for the 9/16th, and again, more to come on that in later discussions. Several city projects that are out there. A multi-sports complex has been under construction for some time now. A lot of grading work. We hopefully are putting that back together now as we moved a lot of soil and have gotten the ground about the right grade. We'll start putting that together so we can plant grass in August time frame and have it looking much more like a completion this fall, with really the opening date being the spring of 2018. We had a meeting this morning talking about a splash pad in the area. We'll have playgrounds in the area. Meadow Lane Elementary School is going to be rebuilt, and those two will coincide better in terms of location, proximity, some color coordination between the buildings, and some joint use of properties along with the school system. So really a good community project, not to mention it's getting national recognition within the Air Force as a great community partnership initiative with the Air Force. So more to come on that, but a project that is under construction and a lot of activity. One that you've not maybe heard as much about, but it will be beginning soon and it will impact every one of us here in Goldsboro, is our AMI water meter replacement project. We are going to replace all of the water meters at businesses and residential homes throughout the city of Goldsboro in the next 12 months. The council has awarded a little over a $5 million project to Ferguson Census. This will be one that will put in new meters, but there'll also be meters that have radio information that do relay back. We can give you, the customer, better data usage. We can set up defaults to tell us when a water meter looks like it's using more water than it should, so that we can notify you as a customer that it appears something's going on different at your business or residence. So it's not when you get the high bill that we've notified you. We hopefully will be able to make that notification just because the flows are significantly more than normal at your location. So before you have to pay for it, you can correct it and make the change. More to come on that, but really exciting project for us. It is not the latest and greatest technology, but it is very good technology. It's been well tested throughout the state and country, and we're excited to have this combination with Ferguson Census and replacing all of our water meters in the coming year. If you've not received or looked at your July bill, beginning in July, we have added a stormwater utility fee, and I think it's with bills that are rendered toward the end of July. So many of you will see it in July and August. An extra $4.50 per month charge is a stormwater utility fee on your monthly water and sewer and garbage bill with the city. This will create a dedicated funding source, which initially will generate more than $1 million per year to correct stormwater and drainage issues within our community. Again, stormwater has been really secondary for us. When there's a problem, we try to address the problem, but it historically has competed with Parks and Rec or police and fire or general government or building maintenance or other needs within the city. By creating this utility, it will not compete with those other needs. It will be a dedicated funding source to improving drainage systems across Goldsboro, replacing old pipes, doing better ditch clean out, mapping our drainage system, and better response to the community. It won't eliminate flooding, but it will reduce flooding, and it will make our waterways and drainage systems, I believe, much, much better in the years to come. We have a lot of work to catch up, so you won't see work everywhere at once, but if you have concerns, specific areas that you think we're not aware of, please don't hesitate to get in contact with our Public Works Department, or again, I'll give you my main office number as a point of contact, 919-580-4330, and feel free to call on us with information or concerns or areas you want to make sure that we're aware of. Again, summer and the heat, a lot going on with our pools. We, the city, are running the pools this year. It has worked out really well for us. They are getting very high utilization. Mina Well or Peacock Pool are open every day of the week. They're both open 5 days a week, and we've alternated their schedule, so when one is closed, the other is open. But I would encourage you to come out, bring your kids, enjoy the water. It is a way to cool off, very low cost to come in and participate at our pools, and again, I think you would enjoy the day there. A lot of people are doing that. In addition, we are doing sprinkler days both downtown and throughout the community. So if you want the schedule, again, the best way to do it would be to call my office and we'll tell you the location, but we are doing it every week, 3 or 4 times a week in different locations for a couple hours a day. And for those kids that are finding us, it really is a hit. So if you have a younger child, probably ages 4 to about 10 or 12, it's nothing amazing what water can do, just throwing up in the air that they can run through and play in. And again, would encourage you to come be part of that. My office, 580-4330, and we can get you to where they are if you don't have access to find that on our websites. Community outreach, we continue to be concerned with violence in our community. We continue to make efforts in Coffee with a Cop and police officers and council members walking neighborhoods and talking to residents. Those are ongoing efforts with us. We are meeting with community groups on a regular basis. We've got our Community Cares group that's planning the future community events. Please do your part in helping make the community safer. If you have information related to a crime that's occurred, please call us, whether it's Crime Stoppers, police department directly, or my office, or whether it's prevention of some crime or something you're hearing that concerns you. Don't hesitate to call us. Don't believe we know it. We may know it already, but hearing from you definitely helps. And then a big community event coming up, the August 1st, is National Night Out at Herman Park Center. Really a well-done event over the years with all law enforcement and multi-agencies out there with a lot of resources and a lot of information and a lot of fun. But again, August 1st, 6 to 9 p.m. at Herman Park Center, and would encourage you to get that on your calendar and make plans to attend. Hurricane recovery from Matthew last fall. I know that seems like a long time ago. I just want to remind folks there's still many in need in our community. Housing for more than 100 is still a big deal within the city of Goldsboro, more of that within Wayne County. So please don't forget them in your giving and your thoughts and prayers and whatever else you can do to help those that were affected by the flood. Money is still continuing to come out of the state and federal governments to help with the recovery. So we're still working through some of those programs, from stream restoration work to housing needs to other types of improvements in the community. City Council, and following, I guess, what the county commissioners had already done, have both agreed to not charge building inspection fees related to hurricane recovery efforts, whether that's fixing your existing home or business, or whether that's building a new home or business. So again, if you have things related to hurricane recovery and you're wondering about the inspection fees, the city has agreed to waive those until June 2018. So please get in contact with our building inspectors if you have any questions or comments on that. One item that happened in a lot of laws that changed during the state's legislative session that ended in late June, early July, one of those was allowing cities the option of allowing restaurants to begin selling alcoholic drinks at 10 o'clock in the morning versus 12 o'clock on Sunday mornings. I can't tell you that our Goldsboro City Council will make that decision or not. I will tell you it's on our agenda, their agenda in July, to discuss that. Do they want to go further? And there will be some time for the public to comment on that. So if you have a strong opinion one way or the other, please don't hesitate to let us know. It's just following, I guess, a trend of what many cities across the state have already adopted, an ordinance that allows that based on the state legislation that recently changed. And so if you have a strong feeling one way or the other, please don't hesitate to contact us on that. Street resurfacing, I don't want to quit mentioning that. You, the voters of our community, passed a street maintenance bonds last November. I will tell you we have a contract for $2.5 million out there. The work will begin shortly. In orders of magnitude, that is really 5 times our annual resurfacing contract. So you will see street resurfacing going on throughout the Goldsboro community. More to be done, but this initial $2.5 million will make a significant improvement in neighborhoods throughout Goldsboro. So again, thank you back to the voters. There is more coming, and again, we'll talk about future programs as they get there. This contract is already awarded, should be complete, most of the resurfacing by the end of this calendar year, so the December time frame, and a little follow-up beyond that. We have sent a newsletter out. We've started, this is our 3rd edition of the newsletter. We're sending it quarterly. It is coming out with July utility bills. So as you receive the newsletter, your feedback on it, whether you like it, don't like it, what else you'd like to see, that kind of comment would be excellent for us. So please don't hesitate to, again, let us know. A lot of activities within the community. I would send you to our websites. I would ask you to call. Parks and Rec's involved. Downtown has activities. Paramount Theater. Call the city manager's office if you have questions about anything going on and you don't know where else to go. 919-580-4330. And I'm going to finish up with our summer youth program. I continue to be impressed with the 60 or so youth that are involved. We have done great things in terms of, I believe, exposing them to the application process, the interview process, and then the job force. They're spending 5 to 6 weeks in it with an employer. We're finishing up what was track 1, so they have another week left with us as of this airing. We've just started with track 2 students. Again, we're paying them to be here to spend about 20 hours a week with us, 25 hours a week with us. Some of that is work related, some of that is educational related, and some of that is exposing them to things like our state legislatures and museums in Raleigh that many of us maybe take for granted, but some of us have never gotten there. And so I think it really is a good program. I will tell you, of the 60 youth we hired, 47 are ages 14, 15, or 16. So our hope is for those 14, 15, or 16-year-olds, it will be a life-changing experience that they can build on and go to greater and greater things. And I do want to thank the mayor and council for, 1, pushing us to do it, and 2, providing the funds to do that. I do have one of our summer youth here that I'd like to introduce you to, Deshaun Davis. And Deshaun, if you'd come on in, and if I can unplug myself here. Just a minute more. How are you doing today, Deshaun?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, Deshaun, tell me where you are, how you got interested in this program, and what school you're going to, and a little bit about yourself.
Well, I actually saw an ad on Facebook about it, and it really made me interested to, actually want to do something this summer. And being that we don't really have Goldsboro is big, but it's also little. We don't, as youth, we don't really have something that we could just go out and do. And I felt like getting this job would be good for myself and to set a great example for kids that are younger than me that know me, and also my little brother. I am 16 and I'm currently an upcoming senior at Eastern Wayne High School. So this was a very, very, very positive and great opportunity, and it's been an amazing experience. Today makes my 5th day, so I'm completing my first week in about an hour. But everybody, I work at the mayor, city manager's office, and everyone has been so kind and really striving to help me, and it really is an amazing experience. So next summer, if this program is back, which I really, really, really hope it is, I really encourage parents to get your children to try and get your parents to really get you to apply for these jobs. They really are amazing, and it really opens doors, because I never imagined myself being in the city manager's office or even wanting to do anything with office work, period. And this experience has been really amazing for me.
Well, Deshaun, great. Welcome aboard. We look forward to having you, I guess, another 5 weeks, right?
Yes, sir.
And payday's next week, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Deshaun.
Thank you.
We also have entertained students over the year, and we have another student with us this summer who's a little beyond high school. We've got Holly Jones. So Holly, if you'll come in, she is working at no cost as part of her graduate program. But Holly, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've grown up in Mount Olive, lived there my entire life. I'm going to UNC Pembroke.
Very good.
Getting my master's in public administration.
Very good.
I already have my BA from Campbell University. And I've wanted to be in government pretty much my whole life.
Well, Holly, you've been working with us about 2 weeks, right? And
yes,
you've
sir.
got 3 or 4 more weeks to go. And again, we've tried to drag Holly to a number of meetings, so she'll at least have a better appreciation of local government, I think, when you get done with your time here. Is that what you believe?
Yes, sir. I've already learned so much. It's opened my eyes to exactly how much it takes to run a city.
Well, very good. Anything else you'd like to say, Holly, or does that do enough?
Hi.
Hey, and just closing, as always, we're here to help. If you have any questions of us, again, don't hesitate to call my office, 919-580-4330. Enjoy the summer. Be prepared for hurricanes. And again, call us if we can help. Thank you.